In my eyes, the biggest and best game of the week was the Pittsburgh Steelers remaining 6-0 and defeating the Baltimore Ravens 28-24. Biggest takeaway from this game.
I think when I look at this game, I have a lot to say. Number one, I think when you look at the Baltimore Ravens, this is how I characterize them right now. They are a very good football team that could win in one way. And my issue is, in order for you to be considered in the championship picture, you need to be able to win games in many different ways, whether it's passing the ball, running the ball, many guys that can beat you. And I believe the Baltimore Ravens could only beat you in one way. And that's when Lamar Jackson has a lead. They're milking the clock. Their defense is cooking. And the crazy thing for me is yesterday, they executed that game plan pretty well. They were at home, and they still couldn't find a way to win. We know why they lost. It was the turnovers. The bottom line is this. Lamar Jackson needs to be better. It's that simple. He's out of excuses. If we want to consider him in the same category as Pat Mahomes or even not even a Ryan Tannehill, but like if we want to put the Ravens in the same category as Pittsburgh and Kansas City and even Tennessee, who made the AFC Championship game last year, they need to play better. He needs to play better in big games. And once again, I remember Will and I talking about this a couple weeks ago. We wanted Antonio Brown to go to Baltimore because no one in their passing game scares you. And now you have Hollywood Brown going on Twitter, whatever, calling out his coaches, calling out his teammates. It's a recipe for disaster in Baltimore. And I'm concerned about the Ravens right now. They can't beat anyone good.
Yeah, I'm concerned too. And my biggest takeaway from this game is the point that both of y'all brothers alluded to, which is the turnovers. But I'm going to look at it a little differently. I don't think, Cam, when you said the Steelers caused these issues, yeah, you can say that they had some a bit to do with that. But I think it was just self-inflicted. When I looked at both teams, I thought the Ravens were the better team. The way how it looked, I didn't think the Steelers did all that great. The Steelers haven't looked dominant throughout the whole year, but they always find ways to win. And that's something that the Ravens cannot do. With Lamar Jackson and his turnovers, he even told you that was the reason why he lost.
Yeah, the turnovers, I feel, is the reason we lost the game. I put that on me. The start of the game, the first drive, a pick six. Then we drive to the red zone, a fumble. Got to get the ball out quick because we know they're dominant up front. And then a pick off the player from the flat, throwing at the mark. Got to clean those up, and I feel we won that game. So that's all too.
And you should take him at his word. The running game was great, 265 yards on the ground. You would think that, that will, control the time of possession. You'll be able to win. When you have 265 yards on the best rush defense in football, you would think that'd be a recipe for you to succeed. Not so fast. After Baltimore took a 14-7 lead, Lamar Jackson finished the game 13 of 28 with 208 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions, and fumbled the ball 3 times. Last year, if our memory could extend so far, we had so much happening since COVID. I think we could think about a year ago. All right, he threw 3 interceptions against the Steelers. You got to do better, man. The Steelers, one thing about the Steelers, they were able to bring pressure without having the blitz. They forced Lamar Jackson to fit the ball some tight windows. 21.4% of Lamar's attempts were made into tight coverage where the defender was 1 yard away from the wide receiver. So when the pressure gets going and you start to blitz Lamar Jackson, can he sit and make those throws down the field? And right now, as much as I love Lamar Jackson, as much as he's one of my favorite players to watch, he's not doing it.